Good morning. I do feel better every day, one moment at a time. I had to laugh yesterday. Joyce and David Myers called um, yesterday and left me a voicemail just saying, "We love you, God loves you, and we want you to know we're thinking about you." And it kind of made me laugh because I've been a Joyce Myers listener and supporter for many years because it was a great way to start my day. When we lived in Burnsville, I'd go on my treadmill in the basement and listen to Joyce Myers, and I would think, fill your body, take care of your body, take care of your spirit, start your day filled so you can go out and pour into other people. And it just kind of made me laugh or chuckle to think about um, how it takes a hurricane sometimes to get people to call you. And yes, it was a recording and it wasn't actually her calling me, but I don't care. It just made me feel good and gave me something to smile about, which I don't know, a few days ago, someone's like, show us your smile or tell us something funny or encourage us. And I was like, I do not have anything funny or a strength. But today I got to gather with two of my three Bible study friends that gather on Friday mornings through Zoom. And my funny for today, which I said to them, and I don't know if they think I'm as funny as I think I am, but they always speak truth to me, is we were talking about collagen. And I was thinking, I feel like with collagen, you should just like lay bacon on your face because that's like a protein and that would put the protein back. Or if you gain weight in your face, it kind of stretches your face out and it gets rid of your wrinkles. And to me, that seems better than drinking collagen or getting Botox. But anyway, that's me trying to be funny on this Friday morning because I listen to Darren Hardy and he always has a Friday funny update. Let's see. I got to sleep last night. I slept 7 hours and I always wear my Fitbit to bed because I like to watch my sleeping. And over the last week, it's been 1 hour, one night, 2 hours, two nights, 4 hours, a couple nights. But last night I slept 7 hours. So that was like a miracle. Um, I woke up to a post from somebody flying in from Kentucky um, to serve with the Red Cross. And definitely, I know many of you want to serve, and I so appreciate that there's a lot of churches in this community looking for volunteers that are gathering, whether it's serving food or collecting clothes or organizing or answering phones or talking to people, being a peer support to people, praying with people. Also, the Red Cross. Right now, we cannot get back onto Fort Myers Beach, which again, it's not just a beach, it's an island with water on both sides and two bridges. One is out, but one is in, but they're not allowing anybody by boat or by car to get on the island just for the safety of the cleanup and to make that process happen. And I hope I know some people want to get back and want to do this. In my head, I think nobody wants to get back that lived there because it was pretty dang traumatic to stay there. And we had 30 people stay in our two buildings. But I hope people will be supportive of those service workers that are in there trying to rescue lives and save homes and be there for people and not only be supportive, but pray for them. They have left their own families and put their lives in danger to help with the cleanup, the rescue, the finding of dead, alive, and injured people on our island and Sanibel and Captiva and Matthew Lachey. And so please keep all those people in your prayers. Um, so many people, more than I can even count, have reached out to encourage me and to pray with me and for me. And I can't thank you enough. Elizabeth Jeffers, that I'm staying here, sends me scripture every morning. And she was yesterday said, I can do all things with Christ who give me strength. And that is my life verse. And I feel that strength and I'm tired. And I had somebody yesterday help me release some emotion that's stuck in my body, but I feel so much better today. And like I said, I slept 7 hours. As of today, our plan, which is changing moment by moment, but we're so grateful to have a place to stay for at least 30 days and a car to use for a couple weeks. But my plan at the moment, our plan at the moment is Greg is back in Minnesota today. Happy birthday to my mother-in-law, is 93 today. So he flew out last night, which was a little brave of me, but then I feel like brave and grateful, and then I feel selfish and silly all at the same time. Like I was super sad to have him leave. And then I'm thinking all the single people out there that deal with the tragedies and the joys of life by themselves every day. And I'm so grateful to have a great partner and a husband who loves and supports me. And I'm okay for 48 hours to do it alone. So I'm being a big girl and I'm doing that. But it's hard not to have him with me. But I've got my two dogs, my two protectors and stalkers right behind me at every move. So that's good. And I fly out and speak again on Monday and Tuesday, or Monday and Wednesday, Boston and Chicago. And so I'm so grateful to have speaking. It makes me feel normal. It makes me feel like I come. And the way to support me is if you need a speaker, think of me. But support, pray for those, but mostly support is just like checking in. I appreciate that. Watching this, commenting on this, like telling me your hope, telling me what you're looking forward to. Like one of my things I say about hope is I always look back to look forward. I look at all the things I've overcome to get to this point, all the pain, all the tragedy, all the loss, all the struggles, and that helps me look forward and remember that this too shall pass. This is a season. It's not an easy season, but it is a season. Someday I'm going to have my hair done when I come to you. Someday I'm going to have new clothes, maybe not for a while. But it's just a season, right? And I'm gaining my smile and gaining my goofy sense of humor back, and trying to always live in the moment of gratitude as I do remember the moments of the last week, thinking of all that have reached out and made me not feel so alone or not feel so overwhelmed. I just feel humbled and I feel grateful, and I'm amazed at all the love that has been poured into me. And I'm grateful those that are supporting me in taking care of myself, and whether that means rest or massage or a walk or a cup of coffee. Um, every little sliver of normal feels good. And I think I mentioned yesterday that somebody suggested when you're in a trauma, try to do one thing normal and one thing delightful every day. And as I laid in bed last night, counting my blessings and just feeling overwhelmed by emotion and humility, I was thinking, I don't think we have to wait for a trauma to do something normal and something delightful. My wish for each of you listening and everyone you love is that you have one sliver of normal and one sliver of delight every single day. And if I can, and when I can, be a part of that sliver of delight by hugging you, by encouraging you, by buying you a cup of coffee, by letting you in on the freeway, by sharing a piece of chocolate cake or an ice cream cone or a kind word, I can't wait to get back to be part of that delight in your life. That I hope my videos are never a drain, but instead they're encouragement. Oh, I was going to tell you what our plan is as of today. My brain that's easily distracted, and some say I have ADHD, and definitely my dyslexia. Words are really hard for me right now, especially writing. But our plan as of yesterday, part of what we talked about is that we will stay here through November 5th. And then we will try to find a car rental, and we will drive back to Minnesota and stay there through the holidays, either at my mother-in-law's or my daughter's, or rent a place. Everything's a little more complicated without having our car and with having two puppies, but that feels like somewhat of a plan. And then we would be able to buy a car in Minnesota. So if someone's listening and they know of a mid-size SUV, bright colored, ideally with pineapples all over it. All right, I know I'm a little unrealistic, but a bright colored mid-size SUV in Minnesota that we could buy in November. When we get there, then we would have a car and we could return our rental. And then when we can drive back to Florida, hopefully by January, that it would be safe to come, that we would do that. So I'm trying to be a little realistic. I'm trying to have a little bit of stability. I'm just trying and I'm doing good. And like, I do thank you. I see people saying they're praying for me. When I do these, I can't always see who's talking to me, but I see words. And oh, there's a support group called Coffee with Kelly. Oh, I'm going to try to find that somewhere. Anyway, I could use some support, and I know everyone has a trauma and everyone has a story, and it's hard right now for me to hold other people's stories, which I love to do. And I love listening to your stories. Most of the time, it's just I'm exhausted. So hearing about other people's traumas can just add to that exhaustion. So I'm better today. I'm taking one moment at a time. We're trying to implement a plan a little bit. Please wish my mother-in-law, Martha, happy birthday as she celebrates her 93rd and transitions from a home she's lived in 70 years to senior housing. It's a scary time for her, and I understand that home is just a house, but it also is where we get grounded and where we go and we put our feet up and we take a deep breath and we let our hair down and we are human. And I'm going to get better every day, because as I heal and as I regain my footing and feel stable, then I can serve and help and to be a delight in other people's lives. But for each of you watching these, for each of you taking the time to care about where we are and how we're doing, I thank you. It means a lot to me. I feel less alone when I'm in this stage and when I'm talking to people. I feel like I have a community of love and prayers and support, and I feel like I'm not alone on this island, and I'm not going to stay on the shaky ground forever. I'm going to find stability, and I'm going to gain peace and strength and courage, and my body and my heart won't always hurt, and I will be healed and whole again, for myself and my family, and so I can continue to serve. And so I just say, God bless you and thank you. Please don't stop praying for us and for everyone in the Southwest and all across Florida, truly. I mean, I guess there was flooding up in Orlando. I still haven't seen the news. I guess the East Coast had flooding and tornadoes, and the hurricane hit them as well. And so I know there are so many more hurting than me and don't have Wi-Fi, don't have power, don't have water, don't have a safe home. There's still tons of people at the Hertz Arena. So I cannot say thank you enough for the safety of this home and the lives of me and my husband and my dogs making it out, because we know not everybody did. And our hearts and our prayers go out to all those who are in so much worse shape than us and who are also struggling to find their footing and their housing and their cars. God bless you. Happy Friday. Thank you for being there. Thank you for listening. Thank you for your prayers. I love you. And social media has never meant as much to me as it does right now, because I feel like I'm being held and I'm not alone because of the touch of these videos and the comments that come. So today, my encouragement is go love someone, and maybe write in the text in the comments, who will you go love on behalf of our family, and spread a hug and a love and a kindness from me through you to someone else. God bless. Thank you.